For track use only. Oh, this ain't a track, baby. This is the first day that we've had that's like nice enough to actually ride it, and since this is a demo bike. So just for reference, if this is your first time seeing my page, I have a Kawasaki H2. I've owned the previous generation of Panigale V4. I owned a BMW S1000. I've owned a Yamaha R1. I've owned a few liter bikes. I put thousands and thousands of miles on those bikes, tens of thousands. It's interesting. I feel a little bit more back pressure on the right one here than the left. Really interesting. We are riding with wheelie control all the way on. How about we make a mode, no electronics? I don't like electronics, man. I don't know what to tell you. There was something that I didn't like about my old Panigale. When the electronics were fully off, it still had some level of interference, and so popping wheelies and stuff like that, while possible, made things difficult. When you turn the electronics off on this new generation of Panigale, they've made it so it's a little bit more hands-off. There's literally nothing holding you back, at least from what I can tell. Again, I would have to own the bike and ride it every single day to know for sure, but it just seems that Ducati is moving in a more positive direction, and I like that. They're giving more control to the rider and less restrictions, which again, nobody talks about with these bikes. I think there's an epidemic of people, especially on like social media, who say things about bikes. It feels like they don't know what they're talking about. Like, people will talk about horsepower numbers and torque numbers, but they don't know what all that stuff means. They talk about electronics. Like, all electronics are not made the same. Electronics on one bike are not going to be the same on the other bike. It's not like a car where it all kind of like, what I'm trying to say is motorcycle reviews are not specific enough.